everybody? This is your boy Seriously. Before I get anything started, make sure you guys subscribe to my boys Millaboy Gaming and Heemz Gaming for more gaming and live streaming because they do pretty good stuff. Also, I have a treat for you guys today because the Flash season 5 episode 15 King Shark vs. Gorilla Grodd was fucking epic, and I say that because man, my boy King Shark, he went human for about good 10-15 minutes. Saw his love interest once again, and he would gladly do that again, because this episode started off, we see 12 hours. We see 12 hours ahead of time where we see Flash and Nora just on the ground, unable to move. They're paralyzed by Grodd's telekinesis. And so we see Gorilla Grodd and running towards King Shark. King Shark is like, what up, bro? They start to wrecking, bro. They start wrecking, man. King Shark comes in, slips, and backside slams Gorilla Grodd on the ground, man. And for the most part, I'll say this. Most definitely, I would say King Shark won that fight. I'm going to say that right quick. Then also throughout the episode, we see Cisco and Caitlin, they finally they actually finished the cure. Sherlock teases Cisco. He's like, you know what, I'm looking for a butt to come after this. A big statement like that. And Cisco's like, but there's no butt. And Caitlin says, but we need pretty much a guinea pig to try it on. So they use King Shark. And it turns out Tanya Lamden, who was the widow of Shay Lamden, he used to be a microbiologist, and unfortunately, her Earth One husband, passed away. He was the original King Shark, but they used Earth 2 King Shark instead, and so they started to talk to him, things like that. But things go awry because the nod, telekinesis, telepathic device that they used to communicate with King Shark, just stopped working all of a sudden because of Shay's frontal lobe was just it compromised the system. Pretty much he just acted irrationally. He was just so full of rage that he just ran off. Almost killing Cisco in the process. Now mind you, if you guys don't recall, the whole purpose of the cure was to have it be a choice and not forced upon a person. Barry completely disregarded that when he was saving Cisco. When King Shark, went berserk, and he had Cisco getting ready to eat his head off like it was fucking Jaws. I mean, what would you do? I mean, Barry reacted, and he administered the cure on Shay without his permission, of course, which is why it was so ethically wrong in terms of Caitlin and Cisco. Not only that, but then the whole team agreed, to that, to those ramifications. Don't ever force this on somebody. Let them choose to use the metahuman cure. And so Barry didn't do that, and that's what made Cisco and Caitlin pissed off. And that's why Cisco was like, wait a second, did you change your mind on the fly, or was this how you felt the entire time? Which is actually a pretty good question, because actually I was thinking maybe that's how Barry felt the whole time. Like, okay, well, look, I can force them to be the way I want them to be. No. People have a choice. And so that's why you heard at the very end of the episode, Barry says, look, I said we offer the cure to Cicada. So we get a preview of what happens next week. This is the day they defeat Cicada. We hear Nora tell the Flash and everyone else. So it was a big showdown. Flash Squad versus Cicada. And not only that, but we also see Jesse L. Martin finally make his return on screen to the Flash. We learned that he was in Tibet with Wally, and Joe realized and learned why Wally was gone for so long. It was because in Tibet, Wally, repaired his soul. He repaired his mind, body, and soul. Joe did the same, plus he was with his newborn baby Jenna. And so Joe learned how to repair his old soul, as he says, his mind, body, get himself right, and he healed. With Cecile's permission, of course, and approval, to which Iris didn't know, which I think was great. In terms of Joe getting healed and things like that, and him and Joe and Cecile were talking about it and things like that. And so, because, we all know that Iris felt powerless, when she fought Cicada. And so Joe was like, you know what? I'm going to take you back to your office. I'm going to take you back to your little loft. Because, constantly Iris kept avoiding, her going to the office. She had to lie to her father. And her father was like, look, I get why you did it. So they were in their dark house, little loft, hitting a punching bag. He was like, all right, so I want you to hit this bag as if you're hitting Cicada, that pretty much thing. And actually, it really works. I've done it myself. Works like a charm. So, and then also, is completely deduct how I just loved how Sir Luke was able to actually deduct how Tanya was really feeling. She was like, well, he's like, I can tell you really love this Shay because you lost your Shay and you would love to have that love again. Of course, Tanya wanted to just continuously deny it, but you couldn't. I mean, there's obviously chemistry there. Come to find out, actually, King Shark, aka Shay, felt the same way. They even kissed when he was in human form. Actually, King Shark almost actually went back into a shark his damn self while in Star Labs. Actually, I think they probably should have. They probably should have like looped that up a little bit. Like he has the power to transform back into the shark and stay human, but unfortunately, with the helping the city, Central City, and Tanya and Team Flash, he's like, look, I can never go turn back into a human, but I would do it all over again in a heartbeat for you, my love. And that really expressed how much and how deep their love was, and I think that was pretty damn dope. So I really enjoyed this episode, man. That damn fight was dope. I look forward to next week's episode, man. This has been your boy Shay Speaks. Feel free to comment what you guys think about this video in the comment section below. What do you guys think? How do you think this episode was? Did you guys like the fight between King Shark and Gorilla Grodd? Let me know in the comment section below. If you guys have any requests as to what kind of videos you guys want, whether it be reviews like this, reactions possibly, or articles, or anything you guys just want to talk about in general, let me know in the comment section below. There, I always welcome. I always will be. This has been your boy Shay Speaks. Peace and love.